A lot of the most revealing information that we have about the Battle of Jutland comes from the personal diaries of the sailors. Pat Avery's grandfather, Basil Phillips, was a telegraphist on board HMS Ambuscade at Jutland.
A telegraphist's job would have been to transmit and receive messages from other ships to their ship or vice versa in Morse code.
And he kept this incredible diary, and I know that was possibly not strictly allowed during those times.
No, I think that authority would have frowned very heavily had they discovered the fact that he was keeping a diary with quite sensitive information. However, because he was trained in Morse code, he was able to write this down at the point of it actually happening in Morse code, and then in quieter moments would surreptitiously write them up into a longhand diary.
So what did your grandfather say?
I think that once things started to quieten down and they realised that they, well, number one, survived, but secondly, you know, the impact of the enormity of what had happened began to sort of sink in. And the following morning, 8:50 a.m, rubbish from ships sunk floating in the water, past German captain and sailors, and in brackets dead. You know, that brings home the enormous understanding of what had actually happened.
And your grandfather had another very important role. Tell me about that.
Yes, he was chaplain's assistant. My grandfather had a Christian upbringing, which included learning to play the church organ. And so I think that was very quickly recognised by the naval chaplains.
And Ian, how important would somebody like Pat's grandfather Basil have been to the ship's chaplain?
Incredibly important. Because church services would have taken place largely on the upper deck for the whole ship's company, because that was the only place you could have it and squeeze everybody in. So to be able to play the small portable harmonium that was issued by the Admiralty for that purpose was really important for the whole ship's company.
He cared very deeply for his colleagues. My grandfather was only 21 at the time of the Battle of Jutland, but many of his colleagues were younger than him, and the fact that he had a link to the naval chaplains probably assisted these men greatly. And I think it's important to remember that these men are not just statistics in history books. They were real men with hopes, fears, pain, ambition, and in that sense we must never forget.
By Tuesday, HMS Caroline will be finished in time for the anniversary commemorations. And on the day, BBC One will broadcast a live service to mark the centenary of the Battle of Jutland. Also for rugby league supporters, don't forget our fans choir competition is still running. The details of how to enter and terms and conditions are on the Songs of Praise website. Next week, gospel singer extraordinaire Ruby Turner surprises commuters at Birmingham New Street Station with a flash mob style performance for BBC Music Day, so don't miss that. But now though, it's time for our final hymn, and it's from Ballymena here in Northern Ireland.
Strong and perfect plea, a great high priest whose name is love, whoever lives and pleads for me. My name is graven on his hands, my name is written on his heart. I know that while in heaven he stands, no time can force me to.
Links to Queen Victoria on tonight's Antiques Roadshow at 8, with Wallander on the case then at 9, and it seems he's being followed. Next, stars of children's TV are pointless celebrities.